Hello, hello. Sorry for the pause and break. We need to switch over to the buns, and I need to switch Ob's working space to do it properly. So, shall we be off to Eorzea? Sorry. Well, we are in Eorzea. I meant,
Yes.
Gridania! Gridania! Yeah! That's what I meant.
Yes.
One too many rounds with the snake. Urza's sure been getting a workout this past couple of weeks.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, boy. I feel kind of emotionally wrung out.
Yeah, Taylor and Riley, they've been sure taking it on the chin, haven't they?
A bit.
I'm surprised Theron hasn't broken down to be a blubbering fool again.
He's keeping it off camera.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But we got some fun time, and thankfully it looks like the servers have kind of shaken themselves out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because we can do this on a moment's notice now.
mm-hmm. Couldn't before. It'd be a minimum 2-hour wait if we were lucky. As the girls press on. I should probably switch into something that's, because there's no real XP involved in this one.
No.
Something a little less speedy that I'll end up clipping you.
Much appreciated.
Well, welcome everyone who's tuning back in. We're back on the buns, and it's time for All Saints Week! Yay! In January! Yeah, well...
Yeah, well.
The development team is still recovering from 2020. Give them a break.
Who isn't?
Yeah, the truth. Wait. We should be seeing someone here. I know they're around.
They're
Maybe...
right here.
No.
I'm coming.
That's who.
Oh. That's someone.
Yes, that's someone. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to look them up on the link show. Yes, there they are. Haha, we have a day. It's a 3-bun girl night.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm here.
Have a week, Joy. You're lying.
Fine. All clowns wake. The Adventurers Guild investigator is on the lookout for a suspiciously scary personage. Ah, we meet again. You're the adventurer who so kindly assisted me with my investigation in years past, yes? Maybe? 1 year past, I think.
Just 1 year past, but
Be,
it's good enough for government work, so hey.
truth be told, your timing couldn't be better. There's a small matter I could use your help with, should you have a moment to spare. As you can well see from the decorations about town, All Saints' Wake is nearly upon us. Really, really late.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pleased to report that this year, at least, I have seen no sign of those fiends from the Continental Circus as of yet. That said, I do not mean to say that things have been uneventful of late. A rather peculiar gentleman known as the Scarlet Snout has appeared to fill the vacuum of absurdity left by the circus. Most suspicious, as I'm sure you will agree, which is why I set about investigating the matter. However, things have not quite gone to plan, and I was hoping you might be able to help me look into this strange character. Do you think you could spare some time to ask the residents of Gridania about the Scarlet Snout?
Oh, I suppose we could.
Stoke nod. You have my thanks. I shall continue to do my part in the meantime. Pray alert me should you learn aught of interest.
Okay then. I guess we're going this way first. We'll make a big circuit. Going through New Gridania in the process. Hello, foolhardy chap. What seems to be your chap?
A man with a red nose? Psst, listen, this is just between the two of us.
There's actually 3 here.
Yeah, 4 of us.
So it'd be 4 of us. Yeah, 4 of us.
I've met the man of whom you speak. In fact, he even invited me to a banquet of sorts. Yeah, I was relaxing by the river the other night, and I suddenly heard a voice I couldn't quite place. I turned around to see a man dressed in motley standing behind me. He got to talking, befitting his appearance. He's quite the jovial fellow. And after a pleasant little chat, he invited me to dinner at his home in the coming days. I called it a banquet, but he assured me it would be a most modest affair, with only him and a few of his newfound friends. He also swore me to secrecy. No doubt he doesn't want strangers to come and crash the event. So don't tell anyone else I told you about this, alright?
Right! Off this way!
Yeah, don't forget, there's one around the lamp.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We're making this circuit.
All part of the plan.
Yeah, I kind of figured if we weren't doing that circuit, we were doing this one.
Loading, loading, loading.
Loaded.
You loaded faster than I did. What the heck?
32 gigs of memory?
Ignoring you, Blue Bangs.
But, we're so blue and tempting.
Hello, rumor monger.
So you're looking for the so-called Scarlet Snout as well, are you? Well, tough luck. I'm gonna beat you to him. See, I've heard that he's a well-heeled bloke who loves nothing more than to share his fortune with his friends. Ever since then, I've been searching high and low for him. Even if I did know anything, damned if I'm gonna share it with anyone.
Right. Hello, dignified lady in peasant garb.
Dignified peasant.
I can't say I've seen anyone matching that description myself, but now that you mention it, I remember a friend of mine saying she saw an odd character wandering about here the other day. It struck me because she said he was dressed up in odd garb, almost like that of a jester. I can't guarantee that that was the man you're looking for, but it sounded too similar to be a coincidence. Yes?
Yes.
Maybe? We shall see. We shall see.
You still looting?
Yep, I'm loading.
Wow.
Hiya! Yeah, I need either new memory or new graphics card or I don't know.
Both.
I've been kind of putting it off to deal with dental stuff, and that's still ongoing, so it gets put off longer. Yay! Such is life. Hello, excitable lad.
Fellow with a red nose? No, I've heard nothing of such a man. And I most certainly haven't been invited to a holiday feast organized by such an individual. Perish the thought.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
All right, I'll tell you all I know. I was heading home from an errand when this fellow with a most prominent proboscis approaches me and asks if I'd visit him at his house. Said he needed someone to share his toys and sweets with. At the same time, he made me assure him that I would tell no one of this offer, or that he even spoke to me at all. If he found out about this, I don't know what would happen. Promise me you won't tell anyone else.
Not making that promise.
I will make no such promise.
Because if I don't make it, I can't break it. Mm-hmm.
And Foxfire, I can say, not so much.
Yeah, one of the things they changed as part of the new interface for the achievements is you can now get your achievement rewards from that interface.
Mm-hmm.
They'd actually kind of changed that before, but that was in relation to the fact that the entire interface was going to change, and it kind of needed the update. Hello, Mr. Investigator. Guess what we found out?
Ah, you're back. Did you glean anything of interest, perchance? Inviting total strangers to his abode and swearing them to secrecy. Most suspicious indeed. Yes, I highly doubt he is inviting these people out of the kindness of his heart. Something is afoot here. Speaking of which, I was able to uncover some new information myself. It would seem most sightings of the Scarlet Snout occurred by the river. I suspect it would be relatively easy to spot him if we staked out the area. And yet, I'm hesitant to go myself. I've been asking around for so long now that it is likely our suspect knows me and is taking pains to avoid me. While I am loath to impose upon your kindness, might I ask you to take care of this alone? I promise that I will be watching from a safe distance and will not hesitate to lend a helping hand should you need it. Oh, thank you ever so much. Now, we've no time to lose. Let us hurry along to the riverbank. Yes, right by Leatherworkers Guild should give us a good vantage point.
Off to the Leatherworkers Guild!
Mm-hmm.
Or isn't someone all sneaky?
I'll keep watch from here to ensure that the Scarlet Snout does not try any funny business.
Thank you.
I thought funny was what he was doing. Hey there, Missy. No, not there. Here. Over here. Greetings, my friend. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
No, he's not at all creepy, now is he?
No, never. Oh, dear me. Why the cold reception? Surely my appearance doesn't frighten you?
Actually,
Actually,
you're kind of creepy.
really? But how could that be? Why, I dress like this so I can bring laughter and levity to one and all.
Yeah, so said it.
But where are my manners? I should introduce myself. I am Papa Gruff, a humble clown. Would you care to share your name with me?
I'm Rena, this is Ladonia, and this is Caitlin.
Rena, Ladonia, and Talon. Such pleasant names. Brings a smile right to my face. Oh, it feels like we're thick as thieves already. But how to commemorate our newfound friendship? Oh, but of course. Why don't you join me at my humble abode for a feast? I swear you haven't lived until you've been to one of my banquets. I ask only one favor, that you are to tell no one about this. It wouldn't do if some random stranger barged in on a gathering of friends, yes?
Your mic cut out. Hello? Hello? Oh, Rena! Ladonia! Yeah, the dude is totally sus. We seem to have a failure of the mic. Should I continue reading, or should I go over to the other room and see what's up? Chirp, 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 chirp. Yes, I agree with you, little chirping bird. Yeah, I'm gonna pause right here and go check on Ladonia. My mouse needs to sit on cradle anyway. I'll be right back. So, yeah, Ladonia crashed the desktop, including
Ooh.
Discord.
Ooh. Ouch.
The system says that Ladonia is online, but the entire system's acting like the internet just cut out.
Oh.
So, yeah, there they go. Poof. Gotta love live broadcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got an update and we get to see the black screen in the corner. Oh dearie, oh dearie, oh dearie, oh dear. Yeah, this guy's complete sus. Ladonia is seeing if they can restart the machine and get it back up and going and restart their internet connection. And technology. At least it didn't pull this right in the middle of a big battle scene or something.
Mm-hmm.
Not like we haven't had that happen before. Thank you, Ripley. I will be right back. I'm getting myself something to drink. But, yeah, Latonia's trying to get back online. Really he is.
Okay, how's that?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Well,
The data center.
we can see your icon back and we can see you logging in, so, good start.
Players in queue 17.
Oh,
So
wow.
bad.
So, did resetting the internet help?
All I did was basically quit out of both programs. I did pull the connector for a moment and then replug in. But, short of that, the system was convinced I was on the internet the entire time.
That is
So
weird.
I have no idea what that was about.
Afraid I can't help you on that one.
No.
So, when is maintenance again? Is that tomorrow night or the night after?
Tomorrow. Starting at 8 tomorrow.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So, like I said, Evie will be happy tomorrow and disappointed on Tuesday.
That means the next time we get to play Rylea and Theron is on Tuesday night. And oh
Yes.
boy, is that story getting painful.
Okay, where was I when everything cut out? Because I am getting really low resolution on the stream.
I ask you one favor. You were to tell no one about this. That's the bubble I'm sitting on.
Yes. Yeah, for some reason, at the moment, I am not getting a very good resolution on Sakura.
It's probably the throughput on your end.
Yeah, something is going on.
Excuse me.
I ask only one favor. That you were to tell no one about this. I will wouldn't do if some random stranger barged in on a gathering of friends, yes? And I should find out that you've gone against my wishes, well, you'll knock out my internet again. But I jest. That's what I do, you see. I wouldn't dream of harming even a flea. You have nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. Anyone who feels the need to say that. Any road. Come meet me under the Bent Branch Meadows Bridge whenever you're ready, and I'd be more than happy to show you the way to my home. Well, ta-ta for now.
Creepy clowns are still creepy!
You don't say.
I do say.
We have a stalker to talk to.
So, Mr. Stalker, what do you think?
So, that was our man, was it? I must say, his appearance was every bit as distinctive as rumors said. Pray tell, did he invite you to his feast as he did the others?
Oh, yeah.
I had a feeling this was how things might play out. While his actions are most suspicious, it is impossible to tell exactly what his goal is and whether or not he has any malicious intent. I suppose our best option is to play along for the time being. Might I ask you to head to Bent Branch Meadows and observe things from a safe distance? If it seems the snout is up to no good, we'll put a stop to it straight away. I myself shall first return to the Adventurers Guild in order to deliver my report. Let us rendezvous at our destination when we both are ready.
Ready, steady. Zoom! And we go zoom! Look out, Bun's on the run!
And I'm still loading faster.
Yes, yes you are. This did not used to be the case.
No!
I think we need more RAM for my system.
Maybe? Couldn't hurt, and at least that's something that isn't nearly as impacted as other things, like graphics cards.
Mm-hmm. Well, also keep in mind, I'm also pushing out OBS at the moment, so...
Yes. At some point, take a look, see what your current RAM situation is. You're probably 16 like I used to be.
I don't remember. I'd have to look.
Mm-hmm. At least you're not at, like, 12 like you were for a long time.
So who pulls out the multi-mount first? There we go. Haha. I love this mount.
Yes.
The nice thing is unlike some of their other multi-mounts, this one is lore appropriate.
Very true.
Yes.
It feels like it belongs in the world because it actually does.
Mm-hmm. Destination. Somewhere in there.
Yes.
This location should afford you a good vantage point of the precise location the Scarlet Snout gave you. Observe from a distance in the hope that he reveals himself. Ah, welcome, welcome, one and all. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you here today. Eh, Perhaps it's a bit too formal for the occasion. Let's try this again. My friends, welcome to the House of Gruff. By all means, make yourselves at home.
What in the heck are you carrying on about over here? I can hear you all from miles away.
My beloved wife, what brings you here?
What brings me here? Why, our dear son and I were worrying what you might burst a lung screaming like that.
Oh, Papa, Mumsy told me all about the party. I can't wait to meet all of your new friends.
Yes, darling, I'm sure it's going to be absolutely splendid time. No doubt your father here has invited sheer multitudes of illustrious guests. Isn't that so, Papa?
But of course, my sweet. Don't you worry. I can assure you the event will be quite the spectacle. Just think of all those innocent fools sauntering casually to our abode, blissfully unaware that they are, in fact, marching towards their doom.
Oh, how I love seeing the terror on their faces when they realize their fates. It's truly to die for, quite literally for them.
Yes, and with the fear we've extracted from the depths of their very souls, we can summon forth our fiendish friends and hold the banquet of our dreams. The night of devilry shall finally be upon us. Night of devilry? Is that something fun?
It will be the most fun you've had, little one. Admittedly, I've yet to experience myself, but I've heard enough of these legends to know it will not disappoint.
Any road. Our honored guests are scheduled to arrive any moment now. Head back to the venue, my dear family. I shall return anon. Never mind the bun kneeling in the water, and the chocobos all trying to occupy the same space.
That's what they do! One, and a two, and a waddy-hoo!
You went a bit far there.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm sorry. The Chococo got excited that it could fly.
Back from Bent Branch, are you? Pray, tell me, what exactly did you witness there?
Yeah, this crazy man's family talking about doom and destruction.
Good gods, this sounds like a plot most foul indeed. Fortunately, help is at hand. Upon hearing my report, the guild saw fit to dispatch an expert in matters of the occult to aid us in getting to the bottom of this. I'm most certain he will be able to help us come up with an effective way to thwart the Snout's villainy. There's a vote of confidence.
Yeah, apparently. Bye, Chocobo.
I'm most certain he will be able to help us come up with an effective way to thwart the Snout's villainy. Let me know when you're ready, and I shall introduce you to him.
Yeah, we'd like to meet this fellow.
A feast to remember. Yeah, that's not a creepy image at all. The Adventurers Guild investigator has someone to introduce to you. Ready to proceed with our investigation, are you? Excellent. Allow me to introduce you to our esteemed collaborator. This is Mark, a specialist in matters of the occult dispatched by the Guild to assist in apprehending the nefarious Papa Gruff. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that I have a grasp on the situation as it stands. It's quite all right with you. Pray share all you've learned about our quarry thus far.
Well, he's a crazy clown. Does that help?
See, quite fascinating indeed. Yes, it was all as I read in that tome. My apologies. I tend to get lost in my own thoughts sometimes. Allow me to begin by giving you a brief introduction to the so-called Night of Devilry, or at least as I understand it. It's said that during All Saints' Wake, the saints are invited to banquets in the heavens each and every night. At such time, the world below is left unprotected, and fiends summoned by the Ogre Pumpkinhead are free to wreak havoc on the defenseless denizens. One fiend in particular is said to be especially boisterous. I speak of the one known as the Doomsday Clown.
Doom, doom, doom.
Though perhaps you know him better as the Scarlet Snout or Papa Gruff. Any event, they are all the same most nefarious personage. If the texts are to be believed, those who set foot in his domain are fated never to return. I say, just listening to this tale is enough to make my hair stand on end. That said, it seems we've quite a task on our hands, even attempting to save his would-be victims. Have we no way of protecting ourselves once inside his lair? I thought you would never ask. Pray feast your eyes on these fine creations of mine. I present to you 2 artifacts I have recreated by referencing a number of ancient tomes, together with some of my own personal touches, of course. Behold a fiendish lantern and a vial of warding holy water. What do they do, you must wonder? Well, allow me to explain. First of all, the fiendish lantern emits a certain wavelength of light that void scent absolutely detest. As for the warding holy water, it not only protects the holder's soul from being stolen, it also enables one to rescue the lost souls of others and return them to their mortal frames. I have not yet had the opportunity to test them, and thus cannot vouch for their effectiveness, but I'm very much hoping they will serve you well, for both our sakes.
I hope so too. You're not filling me with much confidence here.
Wait, you mean there's no guarantee that... But it matters not. We face a potential crisis here, and beggars cannot be choosers in times of need. My friend, are you willing to put your faith in Mark's creations and do what needs be done? Excellent. In the meantime, I shall do my best to ensure that the Scarlet Snout is not able to lure anyone else into his trap. Speaking of the Snout, I've also heard another rumor. Apparently, he has been handing out odd pumpkin cookies to those who attend his feast. Should you come into possession of such a confection, might you show it to me when you return?
You mean I just can't eat it up? Myself? Aw, you're no fun.
Yeah. Splendid. Before you go, allow me to furnish you with a link pearl. Rest assured that I shall do my damnedest to support you from afar after you enter the Dread Clown's personal domain.
Okie dokie.
Because you're not brave enough to go in there yourself with your own creations. Yeah.
Apparently not.
Also, should you wish to know aught more about the items with which I have furnished you, just say the word. Whereupon he'll repeat what he said before.
Pretty much.
I shall return to meet Keto's amphitheater and see that no other frightening hijinks ensue. When you have found out what you would about the Snout, pray visit me there.
Sorry, did I scrape you? Okay, Papa Gruff, we're ready for this banquet of yours.
If it isn't my friend, Ladonia, Rena, Talon. Terribly sorry for the delay. Your timing couldn't be better. I'm pleased to report I've finished preparing for the festivities. Let my loyal Harlequin guide you know once you're ready. He'll be more than happy to show you the way to the venue. Seasonal event instance unlocked. Ooh, you now have access to the Phantom's Feast seasonal instance. Fancy. And yeah, Harlequin guide, etc., etc.
You don't need to change classes, Tay.
No, I don't care.
By the way, this Harlequin guide seems awfully familiar. Isn't he? Well, whatever. Let's go. Not going to read the line?
Oh, I don't think he had much of one.
He does have a line. Or two.
I'm frightfully sorry for having kept you waiting. Do you wish to head to the banquet now? Master Gruff is eagerly anticipating your arrival.
We're off!
Forming party, 3 of 4.
I mean, technically we could do this in gathering and crafting if we wanted to.
Do they actually allow that?
I believe there is no class, job, or level requirements for participation.
Okay then.
By the way, sparkly suit of armor.
Yep. It's the 8990 armor.
With all these people, their aether looks really thin.
And we have a Moogle!
Perfect. Kupo! Mowgli Kuplo.
You! Go away!
Yeah, everything in here is use special actions.
Okay.
Basically, the first command is for getting rid of the ghosts, and the second one is for rescuing people.
Right.
Which is
Nope.
why there are no
Yep.
class or level limits. It just doesn't matter.
And always check the crinies, because the
Besides.
more you succeed, the more pumpkin cookies you get.
Right.
So it looks like our little Mooglo here knows where they're going.
Yep. Right. Yeah, and that's just blocked.
For now. Yeah.
Attempt for a deep craft.
And of course, does this area look generally familiar that we've
Yep.
been going through?
Temtera Deep Croft.
Mm-hmm. Extensively redressed.
Stand over the pumpkins and stand for a sec
yeah,
to open
that's
them.
right. Ow. That's what I'm talking about. Now it's my turn.
Ow!
Ow. bit better the other night. Wow, you're good at this game. Promise you'll play with me again.
Tail is the only one who didn't get hit. Was there another one over
Looks like
here?
everything in here.
Okay. Ah, sprint is deactivated. Follow the Moogle! The Moogle knows!
The Moogle always knows. Got that, got that. Pray, Trufil, we want your soul to be nice and plump when we devour it.
Strangely enough.
Strangely enough, the food appears to be entirely safe. I suggest you eat your fair share and try to keep Mama Gruff in a good mood.
Oh, this dish is gonna fill me up.
They do that. Okay, you got that.
Missed.
This will take me a bit. Your soul is going to be oh so tasty now.
Don't forget we got up here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can go home. Yeah, our little Moogle's being very quick on their feet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello there.
It snuck up on you. No, not that way. Yeah. There we go. Three buns and a Moogle walk into the bar. This one gets crazy.
Oh boy, yes.
Did I just please use my sword and stab him?
Yeah, good luck with that.
So what exactly are we supposed to do? Oh.
And dodge all these guys while doing it. Have fun.
Well, part of it is if you can round them up a bit.
Yes.
You can get multiples at once. Because you only have 2 charges on your,
3.
I'm only getting 2.
You can get to 3.
Well, I ain't got none at the
That's one
moment.
of the things to look for. Or look out for. Ow. So that's what happens.
Just awaiting charges.
Yeah, I had a lot of that last time. Darn.
Waiting on a reload.
Yep.
Huzzah! Yes, I agree, little Moogle.
Mm-hmm.
He did the little Lala cheer.
Ah.
And I didn't get
No!
hit once.
Grats!
So, yeah. That was a thing that happened.
And unfortunately, you need to do 2 rounds of that to buy everything that you need for the set.
Hmm. Well, at least it's fairly easy.
Yeah.
Mhm. But it is also different.
This
Very
is
true.
true. They put a lot of effort this year. I could see why they didn't want to
Mhm.
just abandon it. Or put it off a year. I mean, can you imagine the holiday teams having to go, no! We put all this effort into All Saints Week! What do you mean we have to postpone it?
Yeah.
Because they were late with the expansion so that they can do Q&A testing. Can you imagine this expansion dropping without them doing that Q&A testing?
Mm-hmm.
Considering all the
Let's
problems
not.
we did have,
Yeah.
it would have been far, far worse. Okay, Mr. Investigator, we brought you a pumpkin cookie.
Ah, there you are. Glad to see you returned from the spectral realm in one piece. I say, did Mercs and Vengeance provide adequate aid?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Pumpkin Cookie. A devilish imp is thought to have made this slightly burnt biscuit shaped like a pumpkin head. One can only wonder what ingredients it contains.
I'm not going to eat it. Are you?
Relieved I am to hear that. Small wonder that the man came so highly recommended. And, of course, I must thank you for risking life and limb to put them to use. Thanks to you, we can rest assured that the souls of the Gridanian people are safe from the fiend's trickery. I am full glad to finally lay my eyes upon this rumored cookie as well. Oh, and just to be safe, I took the liberty of advising the other invitees not to attend the feast for their own good. I am concerned, however, that some of them did not seem so keen on heeding my instructions. Should you find any that have gone on ahead, pray save as many of them as you can. Now that we know that Merc's creations can be relied upon, there is no reason to think we should not be able to rescue everyone from the Snout's clutches. Papa, have all my new friends gone?
Don't worry, sweetheart. Father will sort it all out. What the heck were those abominable trinkets anyway? And why did you not warn me that one of those most despicable adventurers might crash the party?
Oh, my beloved, pray calm your heart. That adventurer lady was one thing, but rest assured that none of our ordinary guests will be equipped with such artifacts. We shall have our fun soon enough, believe you me. What's more, I found someone who has volunteered to help us in our quest. They say the best approach is just to wander around town shouting out invitations to anyone within earshot. Why, just imagine how many guests they'll manage to lure here with such a bold approach. Now, listen to me. Be sure to invite as many people as possible, alright? The more the terror, the better, I say. wish is my command, Master Gruff.
This will be a fine All Saints Wake indeed. That said, I do wonder who this mysterious new acquaintance may be.
Rest assured that I will be keeping close watch on the Scarlet Snout to make sure that his baleful plans never come to fruition. I will see to it that none of his expected visitors attend his banquet. Then, when he comes out to ascertain what has gone amiss, we will strike with an expert team assembled by the Adventurers Guild, putting an end to the villainy once and for all. In the meantime, I ask that you pray go and rescue anyone the Snout has already managed to lure into his domain. I would doubtless encourage him to abandon his scheme even sooner. Hey, look, a modern aesthetics we can use. Since it's not hair.
Yep, it's makeup. And
Winners Club.
by the way, look, it's the rumor monger.
Yep.
And of course, we can actually go into the haunted mansion for playtime lookup if we want, which is
Right.
something to do every year. And here's the vendor. But the buns cannot wear the top hat. Boo! Boo, I say!
And these can go in the armoire,
Yes.
which makes them a bit better to get.
So, this begs the question, do we go back in and get more cookies so we can buy the rest of the outfit? Or do we want to, I don't know, were we up to the Crystal Tower, or did we run that already?
We are in the lead-up quests still.
Okay, because
We
I've
can play the
got
chain.
nothing on my, log.
Yeah. We'd have to go. I think we need to go out to St. Conex find
Ah. So,
to get the next part started.
which would you prefer?
Nah.
So enthusiastic.
Let's get on with the story. Maybe
Okay.
after these armoire messages.
We do need to remember to come back to get the rest of the set before the holiday leaves, though.
Mm-hmm.
Same with
I-
Thera and Rylea.
I am not horribly worried about it. Past the two main pieces.
You don't want the boots or the gloves?
My camera was behind the sign, so after I loaded, I still had generally a blackish screen. I didn't realize I'd loaded.
Throw these in the armoire. Oh, I forgot to check. Are they actually pants on us? Or are they miniskirt? Oh, there are actually pants! Wow.
Oh, good.
You always have to check with this game.
Yeah.
Okay, going out the front and then mounting up so we can head to Mordona. See if we can get back on the crystal tower change, because I thought we'd actually gotten there, but...
No.
My bad! I'm a bad bun.
I think the last thing we did was grab the 4 crystals. And then maybe turn them in. I don't think... yeah, they haven't been used yet, and actually I think they're talking about the device to use them with.
Well, we'll find out. It won't take long to get there. We're pretty close. If I can navigate through all the trees!
Yeah, the fact that you can't get above treetop level.
So many fates.
Mm-hmm.
And we shall ignore our fate!
Okay, I had a quick moment of... Okay, yes, all of that is going down, and it's not glowing embers.
Eh?
The snow effect, and the quick panic of the kind of effect they have going on wherever the final days is happening.
Oh, right. Hush. No spoilers!
Yeah, I know, but I have been traumatized.
Apparently. Yeah, sorry about that, Rembros.
Yeah. Sanding it down. Rembrose wishes to proceed with the shaping of the flawless crystals. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required.
But we got that.
Well, I say substances, but one might as well call them one substance, namely aether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, aether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Ul'dah seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no aether sand was currently available. Though I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in, I've yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I'm well aware that acquiring aether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment of our purchase, and send you to speak directly with Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when next we meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of aether sand we require.
Oh boy! Road trip! I thought we were farther
Again.
along. I'm sorry.
No, not even. Visiting the various beast tribes to steal their crystals was pretty much the last thing we did.
Hey, at least we didn't have to wait for the fates to spawn.
Oh god, yes. We'd still be waiting on like the second one by now.
Yeah, tell me about it. That was such a welcome change. See, do we want to go over this way? It's hard to see in the fog. I think we cut too far. Oh well. Ah, there's my lighthouse beacon.
Choo-choo!
Enjoying the view, girls?
Mm-hmm. Though, Blue Fog is not exactly the most scenic of places.
Yeah,
Especially the
well,
Cerulean processing plant.
I can't help on that one. They really need to issue respirators to everyone who travels in this area.
Ooh.
And there's old Da. All sparkling against the night sky.
Yeah.
Ooh, falling star.
Just as long as it's not a falling moon.
Mm-hmm. And off to Serendipities.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, lurking leech. Just between you and me, he's kind of a creeper. Sorry. Not sorry. Oh, Mistress Serendipity! We have an order!
An overdue order.
Excuse us, we'd like to get some ether sand from you. Ah, Mistress Fifth! Welcome, welcome! What brings you two here, may I ask? Yeah, a bulging pouch.
Gill pouch.
That's what
This
brings us
hefty
here.
sack of gill has been promised to the Goldsmiths Guild in exchange for any available ether sand.
You're here on behalf of the Scions of St. Konak? Oh, what fortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Rembros with the news that I finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected aether sand. I'm afraid
I'm tall.
You just noticed?
I bet.
I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you're welcome to settle the accounts for that which you have now. Pray speak with Jimmy over... Ah, I do beg your pardon. It assumes she's assisting some other customer. Oh, hello!
Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design.
I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the aether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, I would be happy to accept your funds you've offered as partial payment.
Partial? You saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching out our research budget as it is. Suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or two.
Hey, Biggs!
Dunya! Rena! It's been too long. What brings you here then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you?
Yeah, that aether sand. Well, now, that is quite the money pouch. The sound of it, so many gills clinking together, is strangely satisfying, is it not? Oh, spoken like a true Eldon. Calming, and yet invigorating at the same time.
Oh no. You're here for the blooming aether sand, aren't you?
Yep!
Well, I can't deny the Allegan civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else. Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. Got the idea for it when we heard how you'd used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of aether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lass. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation if not by technologically innovating, eh?
While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this lady is a representative of the organization that reserved this aether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that her purse is considerably larger than yours.
Oh dear. Oh, it's like that, is it? No, I'm not arm wrestling you for it. Alright. This batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair you grant me a role in this project of yours.
I have no problem.
I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two.
Ooh, that was a spiky. Oh no. Oh no.
What? Eh?
Okay, I just saw this black screen with a line going across. Yours is like, oh dear, did you crash again?
No. That was just the quest progress.
Okay, Biggs. You're in. I'll explain it to Larampos later. Maybe.
Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected aether sand as well, right?
Yeah.
Then, rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. Just so happens I know of a good place to start. There's said to be a peddler in northern Thanalan who, very occasionally, handles the earth-aspected variety of aether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? Answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanalan without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. head out to Blue Fog, and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I mention not to mention her? Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought.
Well, it's not a bad plan. Maybe.
I've heard worse.
Okay.
If you mean to go looking for the Aether Sand yourself, you'd best catch up with Wedge over in Blue Fog. As for me, I plan to saddle up for Mordona just as soon as I finish locking up the workshop.
By the way, the hints dropping about their little ship, we might see fruition of that later.
No, say it isn't so.
Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp.
It's just about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, got about 5 minutes.
We might want to...
Heading to the quicksand?
Yeah, unless you really think we can rescue Wedge in the next 5 minutes.
No. This is Wedge. You know he's head deep in trouble. It is his lot in life. We all have to accept ours. That is his.
Really?
But we got a little further on. Did I scrape you?
Yeah, I refused to go over the boundary for some reason.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hiya.
Hi. Well, everyone, pull up a chair. We got 5 minutes here. Oh, man. I forgot these girls were stuck on the Crystal Tower chain.
We've just barely had a chance to get started.
But this is such an important chain.
Yeah.
Actually, we've gotten pretty far along because we don't have to wait for those fates.
Yeah. Boy.
That was a pleasant change. Let's see. Tomorrow there will be no stream. We will stream Tuesday evening, probably starting at 9:30, which will be more MSQ for Theron and Rylea. Oh, God. That's getting crazy.
Yes.
But, yeah. These girls have a long ways to go. We've been doing it, what,
Just a bit.
over a year now?
2 years.
2 years. And we're just hitting the Crystal Tower chain now. Oh, we're pathetic.
No.
We're having fun, but I'm debating whether we need to pare down our game or not. I know you like, we both like kind of gaming like skunks. Is there something over here? Is there something over under this? How about over here? Not the, we're going to spam it all down in 3 months.
No. Well, if we can manage to get through this and Heaven's Word in less time than, it takes the next expansion to come out, it will mean that we are starting to overtake things. Just very, very slowly.
I'm not holding my breath on that one.
But it is the problem of basically an hour and a half a week.
Yeah. I mean, we could speed it up by streaming more, but we're already streaming a lot just to get MSQ done, and...
Yeah, certainly no changes on this until after we're done with that part.
And the guild's slowly building out, though I'll be honest, I have been bad and not been on Akrams for a bit after my debacle inside of Cutter's Cry, which I had to end up going back in and soloing, and would have had to anyway because they had actually skipped one of the other mobs I needed.
Yeah.
There were 3 mobs I needed. I had 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not happy making.
No.
But, I mean, he is technically at the start of Heavensward if I want to push him through. I was just hoping to build out my squadron enough that with him so that I could raise Dark Knight up.
Right.
Not quite there yet.
And Aurelia has lots and lots of classes to get up about 10 levels.
Yeah, I've been kind of talking with Action. We plan to help you along as best we can. Theron is resigned to lose his mentor crown, but considering that he can't, even if he had his mentor crown, he can't run the mentor roulette until we can get through all that with the help desk.
Mm-hmm.
It's sadness because I really liked helping people out, but if I can't, I can't.
Well, you'll get it back again, I'm sure.
Yeah, for like 2 months before the next expansion comes out.
Yeah, well.
Though I do not envy Business Division 3 because they are going to have a really tough act to follow for a new storyline.
Oh boy, yes.
In any case,
the idea of a sequel story as opposed to, continuing story, just how are you going to do this?
I have no clue. I'm sure they have a plan. They're like
Yes.
Bismarck. They always have a plan. In any case, it is 11 o'clock. Thank you all very much for hanging out with us this evening. If you wish to see what's going on with Theron and Aurelia, please join us at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Tuesday, and we will take it from there. If not, the Buns will be back next Sunday at Standard Bun Times, now that we can actually do Standard Bun Times. I'm so happy. You all have a great evening. Be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and we hope to see you next time.
Night, everyone.
Yeah, everyone have a good night.